La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do 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 do. La 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 la. I'm Eshkalar, the world's greatest Canadian wizard. Even though I'm Canadian because I know what time it is. Or if I don't know exactly, I know about what time it is. So you can see from there I'm either Scots or you don't get it. All right. So anyway, your old pal Eshkar just had his best day ever. I just went to the Renaissance Fair out Route 30. You can just go right there, right past it. Or you can take the turnpike if you're like a speedy sucker and going 85 miles an hour. Sometimes sideways because it was raining when we were on the way. Oh, but when we got there, it was sunny. And then it was cloudy. And then it was sweaty and hot like it is every year. And it was a wonderful time. I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you down in Washington County. It was wonderful. And your old pal Eshkalar danced. He danced inside, and he danced with the people at the front and the people up above barking. And I was dancing with the pipers, and I was dancing inside, and I danced down the hill, and I danced all the way down the hill, down the bottom. And there were the washerwomen, and I danced back up the hill, and I danced back up onto the broad way, and danced back down, and danced over, and danced over where the swordsmen were working out, and danced over to the places where like we bought some stuff. We like looked for merchandise because I was hoping that I could take on an alternative identity because it could be useful. But I was thinking I didn't mean like I'm a Latvian national now because Latvia is a cool place, but I wouldn't want to like fake people out and make them think I came from there because that would be unfair to the Latvians. So instead, I thought, maybe I could find some kind of like throw it over your head sock, that goes like a night sock that goes down to your feet. And I could wear that as like a penitent retired knight, like a kensei, with like my sword at my sides thrust through my sash. And then walk with my elbow in between. So that's how you control the sword to keep it from flopping around. You do that. You just walk along like that because you're all cool and all. And I thought, well, I'd get one of those. They didn't have one. Well, I thought, well, I'd really like to have a pair of moccasins, like the high top type, with, split the cap at the top. I'd love a pair of those. Well, they didn't have that. But as we were walking through looking at the leather goods, my buddy Caniceros looked up on the wall. He says, "Hey, Eshkalar, take a look at this." There was his hat on the wall. Wait, get my good side. This is a beautiful hat. Oh my gosh. It fits. It's waterproof. It is the ultimate wizard's traveling hat. And I finally have another one. Because, the one I had in Patch World was done nuts because it was designed by Tula engineers, of course, so it shed water, sweat, and everything else, and kept you warm in the winter and kept you cool in the summer. It was a beautiful work of art, from the engineering perspective, of course. So you can say it's a work of fine applied science. So, but I haven't anything like that since then. And then I ran into this at the Renaissance Fair today, and it is an ideal wizard's chapeau. Oh yeah! So I danced all around. I danced uphill and I danced downhill, and my my wind only struggled twice. I'm dancing like it's exercise. You people that have seen me dance, And I had the most wonderful time. Not wild, not I don't turn cartwheels or anything. And, I don't do exotic dancing anymore because the more I take off, the less you're gonna want to see it. You know what I mean? So, though there was a time. Oh, you would not think it to look at me now. So, your old pal Eshkalar had the world's greatest time today at the Renaissance Fair. Oh my gosh! I found my partner. Who needs a familiar when you got a good hat? You know what I'm saying? Because a familiar might sit on it and poop on it, and you don't like that. Then you're choking your familiar. That's unfair. So instead, I got this like lovely traveling hat. Every adventure Should have a good traveling, huh? So, this is your old pal Eshkalar. Had a wonderful time with my mutual friend, the hero Caniceros. And for those of you looking for something diverting and interesting and perhaps period themed, you could do a lot worse than to go out Route 30 to Renaissance Fair. This is Eshkalar signing ORF, because those are the only letters I can write. Oh yeah, ORF.